Ladies and gentlemen, today I have the privilege of sharing with you a life-changing secret, one that, if you truly understand and apply, will ensure that you never stop winning in life. We are the creators of our own destiny, and the key to unlocking unlimited success lies within us. In today's speech, I will not only reveal the secret that can transform your life, but also give you 7 essential keys to consistently win and manifest your desires. The idea that your thoughts shape your reality is both simple and profound. At the core of this concept is the belief that our internal world, what we think, feel, and believe, determines the experiences and circumstances we encounter in our lives. By changing the way we think, we open the door to a whole new world of possibilities. The way we perceive ourselves, our situation, and the world around us plays a pivotal role in creating our reality. Our thoughts are not just passive occurrences in our minds. They are active forces that influence the trajectory of our lives. Every thought carries a certain energy, a vibration that resonates with the world around us. When we think positively and with intention, we begin to align ourselves with the circumstances that reflect that energy. In contrast, when we focus on negative or limiting thoughts, we attract situations that reinforce those beliefs. The power of thought is not just philosophical, it's practical, and it impacts every area of our lives. Changing your thinking begins with understanding that your thoughts are not fixed or permanent. You have the ability to choose how you think and what you focus on. This choice is fundamental to creating the life you desire. Often people get trapped in habitual thought patterns that have been formed over time, many of which are rooted in past experiences, societal expectations, or even fears about the future. These thoughts can limit your potential, trapping you in cycles of self-doubt, fear, and negativity. However, when you recognize that these thoughts are not inherently true, and that you can choose a different way of thinking, you empower yourself to make profound changes in your life. One of the most significant shifts that happens when you change your thinking is that you start to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. A person who is constantly thinking about what they can't do, or what is too difficult, will always find reasons to avoid taking action. On the other hand, someone who thinks in terms of possibility will see potential solutions and opportunities even in challenging situations. This shift in mindset enables you to approach life with a sense of confidence, knowing that you have the ability to overcome difficulties and create your desired outcomes. When you think in terms of possibility, your actions follow suit, and you begin to create the life you envision. Changing your thinking also means changing the way you talk to yourself. Self-talk, the inner dialogue that constantly runs in the background of your mind, has an enormous impact on your mindset and actions. If you consistently tell yourself that you are not good enough, that success is impossible, or that you will never be able to achieve your goals, you are reinforcing a negative self-image that can hold you back. In contrast, by practicing positive self-talk and affirming your strengths, capabilities, and worth, you begin to build a mindset that supports success. The words you speak to yourself create your inner reality, and as a result, your outer reality begins to reflect that truth. Another important aspect of changing your thinking is being mindful of the influence of your environment. We are constantly influenced by the people, media, and situations around us. If you are constantly surrounded by negativity, it becomes easy to adopt those negative thought patterns as your own. However, by choosing to surround yourself with positive influences, whether it be uplifting people, inspiring books, or empowering experiences, you begin to elevate your thoughts and beliefs. When you expose yourself to positivity, it becomes easier to shift your thinking and embrace a mindset of growth, possibility, and success. Changing your thinking also involves breaking free from limiting beliefs. These are the unconscious beliefs we hold about ourselves and the world that restrict our potential. Often these beliefs are formed in childhood or through past experiences, and they can create mental barriers that prevent us from taking risks, pursuing our dreams, or achieving our goals. Beliefs such as "I'm not good enough," "I'm too old," or "it's too late for me," are all examples of limiting beliefs that can stop us from moving forward. By identifying these beliefs and actively challenging them, you begin to free yourself from the mental constraints that hold you back. Replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones allows you to open new doors and embrace new opportunities that you may have once thought were out of reach. The process of changing your thinking requires consistency and practice. Just as a person does not become fit overnight, changing your mindset is not an instant process. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to confront old, ingrained patterns of thought. It involves actively choosing to focus on what is possible, what you are grateful for, and the future you want to create. Over time, As you consistently practice positive thinking, your mindset shifts from one of scarcity and limitation to one of abundance and possibility. Additionally, changing your thinking involves cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation for what you already have. When you focus on the things you are grateful for, you shift your energy from one of lack to one of abundance. Gratitude helps to reframe your perspective, allowing you to see the positives in your life rather than the negatives. This shift in perception naturally leads to a greater sense of contentment, peace, and joy, all of which attract more of the same into your life. The more you practice gratitude, the more you begin to notice the countless blessings around you. Ultimately, the act of changing your thinking is the key to creating a life that aligns with your true potential. By taking control of your thoughts and consciously choosing to think in ways that empower and uplift you, you unlock the ability to manifest the life you desire. Changing your thinking is not about denying the challenges you face, but rather about changing the way you approach them. It's about seeing every difficulty as an opportunity for growth and every setback as a stepping stone toward success. By consistently shifting your thoughts, you create a foundation for lasting change, personal growth, and true fulfillment. The idea of feeling the victory before it happens is rooted in the profound understanding that emotions are the key to manifesting our desires. Emotions are not just reactions to events or circumstances, they are powerful signals that influence the way we experience life. When you feel the victory before it even materializes, you are aligning yourself with the energy of success, and this alignment accelerates the manifestation of your goals. By embracing this concept, you begin to see that your emotional state is not only a reflection of what is happening around you, but also a creator of the reality you experience. At the heart of this idea is the belief that the feeling of success or victory is not dependent on external circumstances, but rather on your internal perception. Often people wait for success to happen before they allow themselves to feel good or feel victorious. They place their happiness and sense of accomplishment outside of themselves, believing that once they achieve something, only then will they experience fulfillment. However, by flipping this approach, you begin to realize that the feeling of victory can come first, and in doing so you draw that victory closer to you. When you allow yourself to feel victorious before anything happens in the physical world, you are essentially creating a mental and emotional environment that is conducive to success. The way you feel has an energetic frequency, and when you feel victorious, you are vibrating at the frequency of success. This vibration attracts similar energies from the universe, aligning you with people, opportunities, and circumstances that resonate with your emotional state. Feeling the victory before it happens creates an energetic match between your inner world and the world you want to manifest. This process requires a shift in focus from what is not yet accomplished to the belief that the accomplishment is already yours. It's about imagining what it will feel like once you have achieved your goal, and then fully embodying that feeling. Whether it's a professional achievement, personal growth, or a financial milestone, the emotion tied to the accomplishment is universal. The excitement, pride, or joy that you would experience after success is already available to you in the present moment. By tapping into that feeling ahead of time, you prepare your mind, body, and spirit for the reality that matches those emotions. To truly feel the victory before it happens, you must also learn to visualize your success in a vivid and detailed manner. Visualization is a powerful tool because it engages both your mind and your emotions. It's not enough to simply think about success, it's about feeling it as if it is already here. Picture yourself standing at the peak of your achievement, feel the emotions that accompany that success, and allow your body to experience the sensations of victory. By doing this, you create a sense of ownership over your future success, making it feel tangible and real in the present moment. Moreover, the practice of feeling the victory before it happens requires an unwavering belief in your ability to succeed. Many people struggle with this because they may feel doubts or fears creeping in when they imagine their success. However, these doubts only serve to weaken the energy that you are trying to align with. To overcome this, it is essential to reaffirm your belief in yourself and your capabilities. When you genuinely believe that victory is yours, your emotions will naturally align with that belief, and you will begin to feel the excitement, pride, and joy of your success in advance. The power of feeling the victory is not only psychological but also physiological. Our bodies respond to emotions in profound ways. When you feel joy, excitement, or gratitude, your body releases hormones that promote a sense of well-being, relaxation, and positivity. This biochemical response not only reinforces your emotional state, but also strengthens your mental focus and clarity. When you feel victorious, your mind becomes clearer and more aligned with your goals, making it easier to make decisions and take actions that lead you toward your desired outcome. The connection between your emotions and your physical body creates a holistic approach to manifestation, where your mental, emotional, and physical states all work together to bring your goals to fruition. Feeling the victory before it happens also helps you overcome obstacles and setbacks. Life is rarely a straight path, and challenges will inevitably arise. However, when you have already anchored yourself in the feeling of success, these challenges no longer feel as daunting. Instead of feeling defeated or discouraged, you approach problems with a sense of determination, knowing that success is inevitable. The victory you feel in advance acts as a source of strength and resilience, propelling you forward even in the face of adversity. One of the most transformative aspects of feeling the victory before it happens is that it shifts your mindset from one of waiting to one of creation. Many people approach their goals with a passive attitude, thinking that success will eventually come if they simply work hard enough or wait long enough. However, by feeling the victory ahead of time, you take an active role in the manifestation process. You are no longer waiting for success to happen, you are creating it in the present moment through the power of your emotions and beliefs. As you continue to feel the victory before it happens, you will notice that opportunities, ideas, and inspiration begin to flow more easily. You will be more attuned to the signs and synchronicities that lead you toward your goals, and you will find that the universe seems to conspire in your favor. This is because when you feel victorious, you become a magnet for success. Your energy attracts the resources, people, and circumstances that align with your vision. Ultimately, the practice of feeling the victory before it happens is a powerful way to shift your energy, focus, and mindset in a way that accelerates the manifestation of your desires. By aligning yourself emotionally with the success you want to achieve, you begin to create the conditions that make that success inevitable. The feeling of victory becomes not just an emotion, but a tool that brings your dreams into reality faster and more effortlessly. The concept of assuming the outcome you desire is rooted in the understanding that our thoughts, beliefs, and expectations are powerful forces that shape the reality we experience. To assume the outcome you desire is to confidently align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the result you want to achieve, as if it has already occurred. This mindset not only transforms the way you view your potential, but also influences how you act, how you interact with the world, and how you ultimately manifest your dreams into reality. When you assume the outcome you desire, you are acting as though the desired result is a natural extension of who you are. It requires cultivating a deep belief that the success, happiness, or fulfillment you seek is not just a possibility, but an inevitability. This approach contrasts with a mindset of doubt, uncertainty, or waiting for external circumstances to change before you feel ready to take action. Instead, you shift your focus to a place where your desired outcome is already a given, and you begin to create the conditions in your life that match that reality. At the core of this concept is the idea of self-assurance. When you assume the outcome you desire, you stop questioning whether or not it's possible, or whether you are worthy of it. You stop asking if you're good enough, talented enough, or deserving enough. You simply know that the outcome is yours. This certainty fuels your belief system and activates your subconscious mind to work toward bringing this assumed reality into existence. The moment you assume your desired outcome, your mind begins to align with that expectation, guiding your actions and decisions toward the manifestation of that outcome. One of the key aspects of assuming the desired outcome is visualization. This involves mentally creating a clear and vivid image of what you want, and then imagining yourself already living in that reality. For instance, if you desire a successful career, you might visualize yourself in the position you want, feeling the satisfaction of your achievements, enjoying the respect and recognition of your peers, and living the lifestyle that comes with it. The more vividly you can picture yourself in this reality, the more your subconscious mind starts to accept it as the truth. This powerful mental practice allows you to step into the emotional state of already having what you desire, which significantly increases the likelihood of manifesting it. When you assume the outcome you desire, your actions begin to shift as well. You start to make decisions that align with the assumed reality rather than based on doubts, fears, or uncertainties. Your behavior starts to reflect the person who already has what they desire. For example, if you assume you are a successful entrepreneur, you might take steps to build your business, network with potential partners, or invest in your own growth without hesitation. Your actions become consistent with the outcome you've already assumed, and this consistency begins to create tangible results. This assumption also impacts how you interact with others. If you assume that you are already successful, confident, or capable, you will naturally project that energy to those around you. People respond to the energy we project, and when you exude self-assurance and confidence, you attract opportunities, relationships, and circumstances that reflect those qualities. On the other hand, if you approach life with the assumption of failure or lack, you may inadvertently repel the very opportunities that could lead you to success. The way you carry yourself, the way you communicate, and the way you approach challenges all reflect the assumed outcome you have embraced. In assuming the desired outcome, it's essential to embrace the idea that you are already worthy of what you seek. Many people struggle with feelings of unworthiness, which can sabotage their ability to take the necessary actions to manifest their desires. However, the act of assuming your desired outcome requires the understanding that you are already deserving. Your worth is not contingent upon your past achievements, current circumstances, or what others think of you. It is inherent within you. By assuming that you are worthy of success, you naturally align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the idea that the desired outcome is not just a possibility but a certainty. Furthermore, assuming the outcome you desire requires letting go of attachment to how and when it will happen. Often people become fixated on the how and when of their goals, and this attachment can create anxiety, frustration, and doubt. By assuming your desired outcome, you detach from these details and trust that the universe will unfold the path in a way that is most beneficial for you. The process of manifestation is not about controlling every aspect of it. It's about aligning yourself with the energy of what you want and allowing it to flow into your life. When you trust the process and release attachment to the specifics, you create space for miracles and unexpected opportunities to emerge. Another critical component of assuming the desired outcome is persistence. While it's essential to embody the feeling of having your desired result, it is equally important to remain persistent in your efforts. Even when challenges arise or setbacks occur, continuing to act as if the outcome is already yours will keep you on track. Persistence does not mean forcing or struggling. It means maintaining an unwavering belief and acting from a place of confidence. The universe responds to consistent effort and the alignment of your actions with your beliefs, and the more persistently you stay true to your assumed outcome, the faster it will manifest. Finally, assuming the outcome you desire also involves cultivating gratitude for what you already have. Gratitude is a powerful tool in the manifestation process because it shifts your energy from lack to abundance. When you are grateful for the progress you've already made and the blessings you currently enjoy, you raise your vibration and signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. This gratitude enhances your emotional state and strengthens your connection to the outcome you desire, creating a positive feedback loop that accelerates manifestation. Assuming the outcome you desire and making it your new reality is a powerful practice that transforms not only the way you think and feel, but also the way you act and interact with the world. It involves shifting your mindset, embracing confidence, and aligning your actions with the belief that your desired result is already yours. Through visualization, consistent action, and unwavering belief, you'll begin to create the conditions for your desired outcome to manifest. The concept of keeping your assumptions unwavering, regardless of external circumstances, is deeply tied to the idea that your thoughts and beliefs create your reality. What you assume to be true about yourself, your abilities, and the world around you shapes the experiences you attract into your life. To assume something unwaveringly means to hold a belief or expectation so strongly that it remains constant, unaffected by challenges, setbacks, or opposing forces. When you maintain unwavering assumptions, you create an unshakable foundation for success, no matter what obstacles arise. Assumptions are powerful mental constructs that influence how we perceive the world and how we interact with it. At a fundamental level, assumptions shape the lens through which we see everything. For example, if you assume that success is inevitable for you, you will begin to perceive opportunities, take actions, and make decisions that align with that belief. On the other hand, if you assume that failure is your default, your mindset and actions will reflect that assumption, often leading to outcomes that reinforce that belief. The key to achieving your goals and creating the life you want is to hold steadfast to your positive assumptions, even in the face of challenges. One of the first steps in keeping your assumptions unwavering is recognizing the immense power they have over your reality. The human mind is wired to look for evidence that supports its existing beliefs. This means that once you assume something to be true, your mind begins to seek out confirmation of that assumption. For instance, if you assume that you are a capable and resourceful individual, you will start to notice situations that align with that belief, and you will naturally take action in ways that reinforce your sense of competence. Conversely, if you assume that success is out of your reach, you will notice and focus on the obstacles and difficulties that appear, which will only strengthen the belief that success is difficult or unattainable. By keeping your assumptions unwavering, you direct your mind to focus on the positive and supportive evidence that aligns with your desired outcome. Another essential component of maintaining unwavering assumptions is cultivating mental discipline. Life is filled with distractions, doubts, and external circumstances that can challenge your beliefs. It's easy to allow negative experiences, other people's opinions, or fleeting moments of failure to influence your assumptions. However, to achieve lasting success, you must learn to guard your mind and protect your assumptions from external negativity. When faced with setbacks or challenges, it's important to stay committed to your initial assumption. For example, if you encounter a business failure but you assume that success is inevitable for you, you will view that failure as a lesson or stepping stone rather than a definitive end. This unwavering belief helps you remain resilient and adaptable, knowing that every experience is part of the process of realizing your goals. Staying consistent with your assumptions also requires a deep trust in the process. The manifestation of your desires may not happen overnight, and the path toward your goals may involve delays or detours. However, by holding unwavering assumptions, you maintain the conviction that the outcome you desire is still on its way, even if the process doesn't unfold in the way you expected. Trusting the process means that you don't let temporary setbacks shake your confidence or cause you to doubt the validity of your assumptions. For example, if you are working toward a promotion at work and encounter obstacles along the way, an unwavering assumption that your success is inevitable keeps you focused on the bigger picture and ensures you don't give up too soon. Your assumptions are also deeply connected to your emotional state. When you assume something confidently and unwaveringly, you activate a sense of certainty and belief within yourself. This emotional state, in turn, fuels positive action. When you believe that success is certain, you move through life with a sense of calm, focus, and determination. Even when faced with challenges, your unwavering assumptions give you the strength to keep pushing forward because you know that success is not a matter of if, but when. Your emotions become a guiding force, helping you to make decisions that align with your assumed outcome and leading you to take actions that are in harmony with your goals. In addition to internal discipline, maintaining unwavering assumptions requires an intentional effort to filter out negative influences from your external environment. People, circumstances, and the media can often influence our beliefs and assumptions, sometimes causing us to question our abilities or doubt our progress. It is crucial to surround yourself with people who support your mission and uplift your belief in yourself. By minimizing exposure to negativity and focusing on positive, empowering influences, you strengthen your ability to maintain unwavering assumptions. This environment creates a reinforcement loop where your positive assumptions are continuously supported by your surroundings. The process of maintaining unwavering assumptions also involves a high level of self-awareness. When doubts or negative thoughts arise, you must recognize them and consciously choose to redirect your focus back to your assumptions. This requires the ability to observe your thoughts without getting caught up in them. For example, if you experience a setback and start to feel discouraged, instead of allowing that feeling to spiral into doubt, you can acknowledge the feeling and then reassert your unwavering assumption that success is still within your reach. This practice of mindfulness helps you maintain emotional control and stay focused on your desired outcome. When you remain committed to your assumptions, you also begin to see the world differently. Life becomes a reflection of your beliefs and expectations. When you assume success is inevitable, you begin to notice opportunities, resources, and people that align with that assumption. These opportunities may have previously gone unnoticed, but now they stand out because your unwavering assumption has tuned your perception to see them. Similarly, challenges that might have once seemed insurmountable are now viewed as temporary obstacles to be overcome, further reinforcing your belief that success is an inevitable outcome. Lastly, keeping your assumptions unwavering strengthens your resilience. Life will always present challenges, and external circumstances may not always reflect your desired outcome right away. However, by remaining committed to your assumptions, you develop the mental strength to keep going, even when things don't go as planned. Your unwavering assumptions act as a shield against doubt, fear, and uncertainty, enabling you to remain focused on your goal and continue taking the necessary actions to achieve it. Keeping your assumptions unwavering is one of the most powerful practices you can adopt to manifest your desires and create the life you want. It requires discipline, trust, emotional control, and an unwavering belief in the possibility of success. By consistently maintaining positive assumptions, regardless of external circumstances, you lay the foundation for a reality that aligns with your goals. Your assumptions, once firmly rooted, become the driving force behind the actions, decisions, and opportunities that lead you toward your desired outcome. Doubt, though often seen as a natural part of the human experience, is one of the greatest obstacles standing in the way of our success and fulfillment. It creeps into our thoughts when we are unsure of ourselves or the path we are on. However, what we often fail to realize is that doubt is not a reflection of reality. It is a barrier that limits our potential and prevents us from tapping into our true capabilities. To break free from doubt's grip, it is essential to trust in the power that lies within each of us, a power that is always available, always ready to be harnessed, and capable of guiding us to our highest potential. Doubt often stems from fear, the fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of not being good enough. These fears create a mental block that clouds our judgment, making us question our abilities, decisions, and worth. When we doubt ourselves, we stop taking risks, we hesitate, and we allow opportunities to slip away. Doubt makes us second-guess our choices and delays our progress. In doing so, it becomes a barrier that confines us to a place of stagnation, preventing us from stepping into the fullness of who we are and what we are capable of achieving. The root of doubt lies in the external world and the messages we receive from it. Society, family, and friends often provide feedback based on their own fears, limitations, or perceptions, which can lead us to believe that we are not enough or that success is reserved for others. We are bombarded with comparisons and judgments that fuel insecurity and self-doubt. However, when we stop relying on external validation and instead turn inward to trust our own inner power, we free ourselves from the constraints of doubt. Trusting in your inner power means believing in your ability to create the reality you desire. It requires recognizing that you have all the resources within you to overcome challenges, reach your goals, and live your dreams. The power within you is not limited by external factors or circumstances. It is an unshakable force that is available to you at all times. This power is rooted in your thoughts, your emotions, and your ability to take inspired action. By trusting in this inner power, you allow yourself to tap into your fullest potential and let go of the doubts that limit your growth. When you trust in your inner power, you begin to shift your focus from what could go wrong to what is possible. Rather than dwelling on the negative, what-ifs that arise with doubt, you focus on the positive what could be's. You stop worrying about failure and instead begin to see each challenge as an opportunity for growth. Trusting your inner power means having confidence in your ability to navigate the unknown, to learn from mistakes, and to adapt in the face of obstacles. With this mindset, you become more resilient, more proactive, and more determined to reach your goals. The key to breaking free from doubt is to change your internal dialogue. Often, when we doubt ourselves, we engage in negative self-talk, telling ourselves that we are not capable, not deserving, or not worthy of success. These thoughts create a mental barrier that reinforces doubt, making it even harder to trust ourselves. By consciously choosing to replace negative thoughts with empowering affirmations and beliefs, you begin to dissolve the doubts that hold you back. Affirmations like "I am capable, I trust in my abilities, and I am worthy of success" can gradually reprogram your subconscious mind, allowing you to cultivate a sense of self-assurance and confidence. Trusting your inner power also involves embracing the unknown and stepping outside of your comfort zone. When we doubt ourselves, we cling to what feels safe and familiar because we fear what might happen if we take a risk. However, true growth occurs when we push beyond our comfort zones and challenge ourselves to take action despite uncertainty. Trusting your inner power means having the courage to take that first step, even if you don't have all the answers or know exactly what will happen. It's about believing that you are resourceful enough to handle whatever comes your way, and that each step forward brings you closer to your desired outcome. Another important aspect of trusting in your inner power is cultivating patience. Many people doubt themselves when things don't happen as quickly as they'd like, or when progress feels slow. However, growth and success are rarely instantaneous. They require time, persistence, and unwavering belief in yourself. Trusting your inner power means having the patience to stay the course, even when the road ahead seems long or difficult. It's about knowing that every effort you make, no matter how small, is contributing to your success, and that the universe is unfolding in the perfect timing for you. In addition to patience, trusting in your inner power requires self-compassion. When we doubt ourselves, we can be overly critical and harsh, focusing on our perceived shortcomings rather than acknowledging our strengths and accomplishments. Self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with kindness, recognizing that mistakes and failures are part of the process of growth. By being gentle with yourself, you create a nurturing environment in which you can learn, grow, and thrive without the constant pressure of self-criticism or doubt. To fully trust your inner power, it's also important to practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, and it helps to build a sense of abundance and possibility. When you trust in your inner power, you are grateful for the opportunities, resources, and talents that you already possess, and you recognize that you have the ability to create even more. Gratitude opens the door to new opportunities and positive experiences by aligning your energy with the frequency of abundance. As you continue to trust your inner power, you will begin to notice the way your life transforms. The doubts that once held you back will lose their grip, and you will find yourself making bold decisions, taking inspired action, and attracting the people and circumstances that align with your goals. Trusting your inner power not only dissolves the barriers of doubt, but also empowers you to create a life that reflects your highest aspirations. Doubt is a powerful barrier that limits your potential and keeps you from experiencing the fullness of life. By choosing to trust your inner power, you unlock the ability to overcome challenges, take bold action, and manifest the life you desire. When you believe in your own abilities, embrace uncertainty, and maintain patience and self-compassion, you empower yourself to live with confidence, resilience, and unwavering trust in your potential. Doubt will always be present, but it is no longer a barrier when you choose to trust the immense power within you. Imagination is a powerful tool that allows us to break free from the constraints of our current circumstances and envision the future we desire. It is not merely a fleeting daydream or wishful thinking. When used consciously and intentionally, imagination becomes the bridge between where we are now and where we want to be. By using your imagination to see, feel, and experience your success, you tap into the creative force within you that can transform your dreams into reality. This process goes beyond visualizing success as a distant possibility. It is about immersing yourself fully in the emotional and sensory experience of having already achieved your goals. The first step in using your imagination for success is to see it clearly. Visualizing your success means creating a vivid mental image of what it looks like once your goals are realized. Whether it's achieving a promotion, launching a successful business, or reaching a personal milestone, you must first form a clear picture of that outcome in your mind. This image should be as detailed as possible. What do you see around you? Who is there? How does your environment reflect the success you have achieved? The more detailed and specific your mental picture, the more powerful it becomes. By repeatedly visualizing your desired outcome, you strengthen your belief in its possibility and create a mental blueprint for success that your mind will seek to bring into reality. Imagination is not limited to the visual. To fully harness its power, you must also use it to feel the emotions associated with your success. Emotions are a vital part of the manifestation process because they add energy and intensity to the thoughts and images you create. The power of feeling is what activates the subconscious mind, which is the key to manifesting your desires. As you imagine your success, allow yourself to deeply experience the feelings that come with it. How does it feel to achieve your goal? Is it the exhilaration of accomplishment, the peace of financial security, the pride of seeing your hard work pay off? Immerse yourself in those emotions as if they are happening in the present moment. By engaging your emotions in this way, you send a clear message to your subconscious mind that this success is not a future event, it is happening now. One of the most profound aspects of using your imagination is not only seeing and feeling your success, but also experiencing it as if it is happening in real time. This means mentally and emotionally stepping into your desired reality and living as though your success is already part of your life. Instead of imagining yourself at some point in the future achieving your goal, imagine yourself today, living in the success you've already manifested. What do you do with your time? How do you spend your day? What choices do you make? How do you carry yourself? By embodying the feeling of success in the present moment, you create a state of being that aligns with the frequency of your desired outcome. This state of being draws experiences and opportunities into your life that match the energy you are emitting. The imagination allows you to experience success in a limitless way, without the restrictions of time, money, or physical reality. It enables you to transcend the limitations of your current circumstances and access a higher level of possibility. For instance, if you are starting a new business and currently lack the financial resources, you can still use your imagination to feel what it would be like to already have a thriving business. Imagine the satisfaction of serving happy clients, the financial freedom you've gained, and the impact you're making in your industry. While you may not yet have these things in your physical reality, your mind and emotions can vividly experience them. This experience creates a sense of alignment between where you are and where you want to be, and this alignment is key to manifesting your desires. One of the reasons that imagining your success is so powerful is that it sends a message to your subconscious mind that you are already capable of achieving it. Your subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you repeatedly imagine success and fully experience the emotions associated with it, your subconscious mind begins to accept this new reality as your truth. As a result, it begins to reprogram your beliefs and behaviors to match this new understanding of what is possible. This shift in your subconscious mind empowers you to take inspired action, make bold decisions, and act with the confidence needed to manifest your goals. The act of imagining success also serves to build resilience. As you vividly experience the positive emotions and sense of accomplishment that comes with your success, you create an emotional anchor. In moments of doubt or challenges, you can revisit these imagined experiences to remind yourself of your capabilities and your potential. This emotional anchor becomes a powerful tool for overcoming obstacles and maintaining motivation, especially when the path to success seems unclear or difficult. By consistently returning to the feelings of success you created in your imagination, you reinforce your belief in your ability to achieve your goals. Another important aspect of using imagination is the ability to let go of limitations. Often we hold ourselves back because of past experiences, self-doubt, or a fear of failure. Imagination, however, allows us to transcend these limitations and explore new possibilities. When you use your imagination to experience success, you give yourself permission to break free from these self-imposed boundaries. You allow yourself to dream without restrictions and envision outcomes that might seem improbable or impossible based on your current circumstances. This freedom to imagine without limitations opens up new avenues for creativity, innovation, and growth, and it empowers you to take bold, inspired action toward your goals. The power of imagination lies in its ability to create a mental and emotional environment where success already exists. It's not about wishing or hoping for success, it's about seeing it, feeling it, and living it in your mind and heart. By using your imagination in this way, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the frequency of your desires. You begin to attract the people, opportunities, and resources that support your success, and you naturally take the steps necessary to turn your dreams into reality. To fully harness the power of your imagination, it's important to make this practice a regular part of your daily routine. Set aside time each day to visualize and experience your success. The more consistently you engage in this process, the more deeply ingrained these images, feelings, and experiences become in your subconscious mind. Over time, your imagination will become a powerful catalyst for change, driving you toward the manifestation of your desires. In conclusion, using your imagination to see, feel, and experience your success is a transformative practice that bridges the gap between your current reality and your desired future. By vividly imagining your success, fully engaging with the emotions it brings, and experiencing it as though it is happening now, you align yourself with the energy of your desires. This practice activates your subconscious mind, reshapes your beliefs, and empowers you to take the necessary actions to create the success you envision. Imagination is not just a tool for escape, it is a key to unlocking the limitless potential within you. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe, yet it is often underestimated or overlooked. In a world where people are constantly striving for more, it can be easy to focus on what we don't have rather than appreciating what is already present in our lives. However, the key to unlocking abundance and attracting more of what we want lies in cultivating an attitude of thankfulness for what we already have. When we shift our focus to gratitude, we open ourselves to the flow of more blessings, opportunities, and positive experiences. Being thankful for what you have is not just a matter of expressing appreciation, it is a mindset and a way of being that can transform your life in profound ways. At its core, gratitude is a recognition of the goodness in your life, regardless of the circumstances you may be facing. When you choose to be thankful, you acknowledge the abundance that already exists around you, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant it may appear. Gratitude helps you to see the positive aspects of your current situation, even when it may feel like there is much more to achieve or acquire. By focusing on what is working, what is already in your life, and what you have accomplished, you build a positive energy that radiates outward and attracts more of the same. The concept of what you focus on expands is deeply tied to gratitude. When you are thankful for what you have, you shift your energy and vibration toward abundance. This shift in focus sends a powerful message to the universe and to your subconscious mind that you are open to receiving more. Gratitude acts as a magnet that draws in more things, people, and experiences that match your positive energy. When you express appreciation for what you have, whether it's your health, your relationships, your job, or even the small moments of joy in daily life, you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance. As a result, you attract more blessings into your life because you are radiating a frequency of appreciation and abundance. A key element of gratitude is the practice of being present in the moment. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to get caught up in the cycle of wanting more, constantly seeking the next achievement, material possession, or experience. However, this pursuit of more often comes at the expense of fully appreciating what we already have. When you take the time to be present and truly recognize the value of what is around you, you cultivate a deep sense of gratitude. This practice helps you focus on the current moment instead of constantly looking to the future or comparing yourself to others. Being thankful for what you have in the present moment grounds you in the reality that you are already abundant, and that in itself is enough to begin attracting even greater abundance. Gratitude also fosters a positive mindset that encourages resilience. Life is filled with challenges, and it is easy to become discouraged when things don't go as planned. However, when you focus on gratitude, you begin to see challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. For example, if you are facing financial difficulties, instead of dwelling on what you don't have, you can focus on the resources you do have, your skills, your creativity, and your ability to adapt. When you approach challenges with a mindset of gratitude, you are more likely to find solutions and take inspired actions that help you move toward your goals. Gratitude helps you maintain a sense of hope and positivity, which in turn leads to more favorable outcomes. An important aspect of gratitude is its ability to transform your relationships. When you are genuinely thankful for the people in your life, you strengthen the bonds you share with them. Gratitude encourages empathy, compassion, and kindness, which enhances your interactions with others. People are drawn to those who express appreciation. And as you cultivate an attitude of gratitude toward others, you invite more positive and meaningful connections into your life. In turn, these relationships become a source of support, love, and growth, and they contribute to your overall sense of fulfillment and abundance. One of the most significant benefits of gratitude is its ability to shift your perspective on scarcity and abundance. In a culture that often emphasizes the need for more money, more possessions, more achievements, it can be easy to fall into the trap of believing that you need to have more in order to feel fulfilled. However, by being thankful for what you already have, you begin to recognize that abundance is not about acquiring more things, it is about appreciating what is already present. Gratitude helps you realize that the true essence of abundance lies in your ability to see the value in what you have, regardless of external circumstances. This shift in perspective frees you from the constant cycle of desire and longing and allows you to experience a sense of contentment and fulfillment. Another important aspect of gratitude is its impact on your mental and emotional well-being. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude regularly can lead to increased levels of happiness, reduced stress, and improved overall health. When you focus on the positive aspects of your life, you reduce the impact of negative emotions such as frustration, anger, and anxiety. Gratitude helps you reframe your thoughts and emotions, shifting your focus away from what is lacking to what is already abundant. This positive shift in mindset leads to greater emotional balance, a sense of peace, and a deeper appreciation for the present moment. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in manifestation. The law of attraction teaches that like attracts like. What you put out into the universe is what you attract back. When you are thankful for what you have, you align your energy with abundance, which attracts more of the same into your life. Gratitude amplifies your intentions and desires, making them more likely to manifest. When you are genuinely grateful for the blessings you have, you send a clear signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more. This act of gratitude strengthens the flow of abundance in your life and helps to materialize your desires. In addition to cultivating gratitude in your own life, it is also important to practice gratitude toward others and the world around you. By expressing appreciation for the kindness of others, the beauty of nature, and the opportunities you have been given, you contribute to a collective energy of abundance. This ripple effect of gratitude creates a positive and supportive environment that fosters growth and prosperity for all. The more you express gratitude, the more you invite abundance into not only your own life, but also the lives of those around you. In conclusion, being thankful for what you have is one of the most powerful practices you can adopt to bring more abundance into your life. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, creating a mindset that attracts positive energy, opportunities, and experiences. By appreciating what you have in the present moment, you cultivate a sense of fulfillment that opens the door for even greater blessings to flow into your life. Gratitude is a mindset, a habit, and a way of living that transforms your outlook on life and brings more of what you desire into your reality. In conclusion, embracing gratitude is a transformative practice that holds the key to unlocking greater abundance and success in our lives. When we focus on what we have, instead of what we lack, we shift our mindset to one of appreciation and positivity. This shift not only enhances our emotional well-being, but also attracts more blessings and opportunities into our lives. Gratitude enables us to build resilience, foster stronger relationships, and manifest our desires more effortlessly. By cultivating thankfulness in every aspect of our lives, we create a flow of positive energy that enriches not just our own experiences, but also the lives of those around us. Remember, when you are thankful for what you have, more will flow to you both in tangible and intangible forms. It is a universal law that operates in every area of life, and by practicing gratitude daily, you align yourself with the abundance of the universe. Thank you for taking the time to reflect on the power of gratitude with me. I hope this message has inspired you to embrace the many blessings in your life and recognize the incredible potential that exists within you. May you continue to cultivate gratitude, and may it guide you toward a future filled with abundance, joy, and fulfillment. Thank you again for your time, attention, and openness. Your journey toward greater prosperity starts with the simple but powerful practice of being thankful. Picture a river flowing, calm and steady, winding its way through valleys and hills, carrying with it the currents of life. That river never rushes but simply flows, knowing that every bend, every wave, every ripple has a purpose. Like that river, your dreams, desires, and ambitions will find their way to you not through force, but through flow. They will come to you at the right time. Imagine that life is a vast and intricate tapestry, with every thread woven with purpose, creating a unique pattern that is yours alone. Each experience, person, challenge, and success is woven into the fabric of who you are and where you're meant to go. Trusting in life's timing means understanding that each of these threads is essential, and none can be rushed or manipulated into place. It's a practice of surrender, of stepping back to allow life to unfold with its own wisdom and rhythm. This trust is not passive, it's an active, intentional faith that life's course, though it may appear chaotic or slow, is bringing you precisely where you need to be. Often we feel urgency pressing upon us, a sense that if we don't achieve our goals immediately, we're somehow failing. This anxiety about timing is deeply rooted in our fast-paced, result-oriented world, which tells us that success must be immediate to be meaningful. We're encouraged to control every aspect of our journey and to measure our progress by society's definitions. Yet genuine growth and fulfillment are far more complex than any checklist can capture. The timeline we set for ourselves may not align with the deeper wisdom that life holds for us. True trust in life's timing is understanding that what's meant for us will arrive when we're ready for it, not when we demand it. Our lives are filled with seasons, much like nature itself. There are seasons of growth, seasons of rest, seasons of harvest, seasons of harvest, and seasons of letting go. Each season plays a crucial role, preparing us for the next. When we rush to the next stage, we may find ourselves unprepared for the demands it brings. Trusting in life's timing involves surrendering to these natural cycles and understanding that everything has its rightful place and time. When a tree grows, for example, it does so in stages. A sapling doesn't become a mature tree overnight. The seasons and years shape it, strengthening its roots, growing its branches, and developing its resilience. Our lives follow a similar path. Trusting the timing of our journey means allowing these seasons to mold us, developing our resilience and preparing us for what's to come. In this journey, we encounter detours and delays that feel frustrating and even discouraging. We might interpret these moments as failures or as signs that we are not meant to achieve our goals. Yet often these setbacks are precisely the experiences we need to grow in a way that aligns with our desires. Every delay has something to teach us, offering valuable lessons that we can't always see in the moment. Sometimes the timing isn't right, not because we aren't ready, but because the external circumstances or people involved aren't yet aligned. Other times the delay is a period of preparation, molding us into the person capable of truly appreciating and handling what we're asking for. Learning to trust in life's timing is recognizing that every pause is purposeful, and that every setback is setting us up for something greater than we can envision. Letting go of the need to control our journey's timing requires a profound inner shift. It asks us to stop comparing ourselves to others, as everyone has their own unique path. When we see others reaching milestones or achieving goals similar to our own, it's easy to feel as though we're falling behind. But comparing our journey to someone else's diminishes the value of our unique experiences and the timing that accompanies them. Trusting life's timing is acknowledging that what works for one person may not work for another, and what appears to be a delay for us may be exactly what we need to grow, transform, and succeed on our own terms. Each journey is unique, with its own set of lessons and timing, and trusting that your journey is unfolding exactly as it should be is liberating. When we cultivate trust in life's timing, we open ourselves to the beauty of the present moment. Each experience, each day, becomes an essential part of the journey, rather than merely a step toward a distant goal. This presence doesn't mean abandoning our dreams or giving up on our goals. It means learning to be fully present in the here and now, understanding that it's in the present moment that we grow and develop. Life has a way of presenting us with the lessons, people, and circumstances we need right now, even if they don't appear to be related to our goals at first glance. When we're fully engaged in the present, we're far more receptive to these lessons and more open to seeing how they shape us for what's to come. Trusting life's timing is the understanding that every experience, no matter how mundane or difficult, has value and purpose in our journey. As we learn to trust in life's timing, we become more patient, not because we've stopped desiring what we want, but because we've learned that true fulfillment often requires us to grow in ways we hadn't anticipated. Our desires are not just about acquiring something, they're about becoming someone. Each desire, each goal, brings with it a journey of inner transformation. Trusting life's timing means understanding that our desires are drawing us to become the person capable of achieving and sustaining them. The journey is as valuable as the destination, and the timing of this journey is something we cannot force. When we truly trust in life's timing, we allow ourselves the space to evolve, to deepen our understanding, and to appreciate the transformation that happens along the way. Every desire we hold, whether it's a dream, a goal, or a vision for our future, starts as a small, tender seed within us. Like any seed, these desires need careful nurturing, patience, and faith to grow into something real and lasting. Nurturing a desire patiently means tending to it with intention, feeding it with positive thoughts, and allowing it the time it needs to develop into its fullest form. This process is not one that can be rushed. It requires us to trust that growth is happening, even when we cannot see it. Much like a gardener plants a seed and trusts that nature will take its course, we must also trust that our dreams will unfold at the right time and in the right way. In a world that places emphasis on instant results and quick wins, the concept of patience can seem foreign. We are conditioned to expect immediate rewards for our efforts, leading to frustration and discouragement when results aren't instant. Yet, the most meaningful accomplishments in life rarely happen overnight. They require a deep commitment, ongoing effort, and a willingness to allow growth to happen gradually. When we nurture our desires with patience, we give them the space they need to take root, allowing them to grow in strength and resilience. Just as a tree needs years to grow from a sapling to its full height, so too do our dreams need time to mature and become sturdy enough to withstand the challenges of life. Patience is not about passively waiting, it's about actively engaging in the process of growth. Nurturing your desires means consistently showing up for them, even when progress is slow or invisible. It's about doing the work, step by step, knowing that each small action brings you closer to your goal. Each day we plant seeds through our actions, thoughts, and intentions. By showing up every day and putting in the work, we build a foundation upon which our desires can flourish. Patience, in this sense, becomes an active part of the journey, teaching us resilience, dedication, and trust in the process. The journey may not be quick, but it's through this slow and steady nurturing that our desires grow strong and enduring. When we nurture our desires, we must also be mindful of the energy we bring to the process. Just as a plant needs sunlight, water, and nutrients, our dreams need positive, nurturing energy to thrive. Negative thoughts, self-doubt, and impatience can act as weeds, choking the life out of our dreams before they even have a chance to grow. By cultivating a positive mindset and focusing on what we want to achieve, we provide our desires with the nourishment they need to flourish. This doesn't mean we ignore challenges or pretend that setbacks don't exist. Rather, it means that we approach these challenges with a belief that they are part of the growth process. Each obstacle becomes an opportunity to strengthen our commitment, allowing us to nurture our dreams with resilience and perseverance. Nurturing our desires also requires us to be adaptable. Growth is rarely a linear process. It involves twists, turns, and unexpected detours. When we are rigid in our expectations or unwilling to adapt, we may stifle the growth of our dreams. Patience involves an openness to change and a willingness to adjust our plans as we learn and grow. The path to realizing our desires is often different from what we originally imagined, but by staying adaptable, we allow our dreams to evolve in ways we might not have anticipated. Just as a river changes course as it flows, so too do our dreams take on new shapes and directions as they grow. This adaptability becomes an essential part of nurturing our desires, allowing them to grow in ways that align with our true selves and evolving goals. It's important to remember that nurturing desires requires balance. Just as overwatering a plant can harm it, pushing too hard toward our goals can lead to burnout and discouragement. Patience teaches us to respect our limits and honor the natural ebb and flow of our energy. There will be times when it's necessary to push forward, but there will also be times when rest and reflection are needed. This balance is a crucial part of nurturing our desires, as it allows us to sustain our efforts over the long term. By listening to ourselves and honoring our needs, we create a steady, sustainable path toward growth. Each pause, each moment of reflection, becomes a part of the nurturing process, allowing us to approach our dreams with renewed energy and purpose. Nurturing desires with patience also involves a deep sense of trust in the timing of life. We may have a clear vision of what we want, but we cannot always predict when or how it will come to fruition. Patience teaches us to release our attachment to specific outcomes and instead focus on the journey itself. By letting go of rigid timelines and expectations, we open ourselves up to the possibility that our desires may manifest in ways that are even better than we imagined. This trust in timing is not a passive resignation. It's an active belief that life is unfolding in a way that serves our highest good. Each day becomes an opportunity to deepen this trust, nurturing our desires with the understanding that they will come to us when the time is right. As we nurture our desires patiently, we also grow in self-awareness. The process of pursuing a goal reveals much about who we are, our strengths, and areas for growth. By engaging in this process with patience, we allow ourselves to learn and evolve alongside our dreams. Each step of the journey becomes a mirror, reflecting our inner beliefs, fears, and aspirations. This self-awareness becomes a powerful tool, guiding us to make choices that align with our true values and helping us to stay focused on what truly matters. As we nurture our desires with patience, we grow not only closer to our goals, but also closer to our authentic selves. Nurturing desires with patience is about embracing the journey as much as the destination. It's about understanding that every small step, every moment of growth, is valuable in its own right. This patient nurturing transforms the journey into an experience of growth, discovery, and self-fulfillment. By committing to this process, we create a foundation upon which our desires can take root and flourish, becoming strong, resilient, and deeply fulfilling. Patience is the quiet strength that allows us to nurture our dreams with love, dedication, and an unwavering belief in their eventual blossoming. The art of surrender is one of life's greatest yet most challenging lessons. Releasing control isn't about giving up on our desires, dreams, or aspirations. It's about embracing a state of mind that allows us to flow with life's rhythm, rather than trying to bend everything to our will. In our quest to achieve goals and manifest dreams, there's often a tendency to cling tightly to control, believing that every single aspect of the journey must be steered precisely to reach our destination. But true fulfillment often lies in allowing the natural course of events to unfold, trusting that there's a wisdom beyond our immediate understanding that will guide us toward what we truly need. Control often stems from a fear of the unknown, a need to make every outcome predictable and secure. However, the more we try to control every detail, the more resistance we create. When we cling tightly to how we think things should happen, we limit the boundless possibilities that life might have in store for us. Instead of focusing on what we can control, our actions, intentions, and attitudes, we expend energy trying to control the outcomes, the timing, or the responses of others. This leads to frustration, stress, and even disappointment, as things rarely unfold exactly as we planned. Surrendering control allows us to release this resistance and move in harmony with life's natural flow. Surrendering doesn't mean we stop caring or give up on our goals. It's about letting go of the attachment to a specific outcome. This process of release invites a shift in our perspective, allowing us to focus more on the journey than on the destination. When we are fully present and engaged in the journey, we allow ourselves to experience growth and transformation in a way that's authentic and organic. Life's path is rarely a straight line. By releasing the need for a specific outcome, we open ourselves to possibilities that we may not have envisioned. Often the most beautiful and rewarding experiences come when we least expect them, unfolding in ways that exceed our expectations. This act of surrender also helps us build resilience and inner strength. By releasing the need to control every aspect, we learn to trust ourselves and our ability to adapt to whatever comes our way. We become more flexible, more adaptable, and more willing to face challenges with an open heart and mind. The journey of life is full of uncertainties, and it is in these moments of uncertainty that we discover our true strength. Surrendering control requires courage and a willingness to face the unknown, but it is in this release that we cultivate resilience, knowing that no matter what happens, we have the inner resources to navigate it. At its core, surrender is about trust in ourselves, trust in the process, and trust in the timing of life. When we release control, we begin to see that life has a way of working things out, often in ways that we couldn't have planned or predicted. This trust isn't something that comes easily, it's something we develop over time as we see how our life's journey has unfolded. Looking back, we often realize that some of our greatest blessings came from experiences that we initially resisted or tried to control. By letting go, we create space for the unexpected gifts and lessons that life offers, allowing them to come into our lives without forcing or pushing. Surrender also allows us to step back and see the bigger picture. When we are focused on controlling every detail, it's easy to become consumed by the minutiae of daily life, losing sight of the greater purpose behind our actions and intentions. By releasing control, we give ourselves the freedom to step back, reflect, and gain perspective. We can see how each experience, whether positive or challenging, fits into the larger mosaic of our lives. This broader view helps us to appreciate the journey in its entirety, rather than becoming fixated on a single outcome. It reminds us that life's beauty often lies in its unpredictability, in the way each moment weaves into the next, creating a unique and meaningful tapestry. Releasing control and surrendering also teaches us the importance of flow. There's a natural rhythm to life, a flow that connects us with the world around us. When we surrender, we allow ourselves to move in harmony with this rhythm, rather than struggling against it. Imagine a river flowing downstream. When we try to control everything, it's as if we're swimming upstream, expending tremendous energy to move against the current. But when we surrender, we allow ourselves to be carried by the flow, trusting that the river knows the way. In this state of flow, we find a sense of ease and peace that cannot be found through force or control. The act of surrender doesn't mean we abandon our goals or desires. Instead, it shifts our focus from the outcome to the process itself. We learn to enjoy each step, to find fulfillment in the small moments, and to appreciate the journey. This shift in focus allows us to bring our best selves to each moment, creating a ripple effect that influences not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us. By letting go of control, we become more present, more compassionate, and more attuned to the needs and feelings of others, allowing us to connect with people and experiences in a deeper and more meaningful way. In surrender, there is also a profound sense of freedom. The weight of control can be heavy, as it requires constant effort and vigilance to maintain. When we release this need to control, we free ourselves from this burden, allowing us to experience a lightness and peace that comes from accepting life as it is. This freedom allows us to move through life with a sense of curiosity and wonder, open to new experiences and willing to embrace the unknown. Instead of fearing what might happen, we learn to embrace each moment as it comes, knowing that whatever happens, we have the strength and resilience to face it. One of the most powerful steps we can take in life is to prepare ourselves for the future we envision. Preparation isn't about waiting passively for things to happen. It's about actively getting ready to receive what we desire. When we prepare for what's coming, we show our commitment to our goals, dreams, and aspirations, signaling to ourselves and to life that we are ready to step into a new chapter. Preparing yourself for what's coming is a process that requires clarity, consistency, and self-awareness, and it means cultivating the skills, mindset, and resilience to handle both the challenges and opportunities that await. At its core, preparation begins with a clear vision. Without a clear sense of what we want, preparation becomes aimless. We must have a strong understanding of what it is we desire, whether it's a specific career, a relationship, a new phase of life, or even a way of being. This clarity helps us to focus our efforts in the right direction, giving us a sense of purpose and a roadmap for the journey ahead. When we know what we want, we can identify the steps needed to move closer to it. Vision serves as the foundation, grounding our preparation in a sense of purpose and helping us to make choices that align with our goals. Preparing for what's coming also means taking consistent action toward our vision. Even the best laid plans require effort and perseverance to bring them to life. Each small step we take builds momentum, bringing us closer to the future we desire. This is where patience and commitment become crucial, as true preparation often involves repeated actions over time. It's about showing up day after day, even when progress feels slow, trusting that each effort contributes to the bigger picture. Consistency builds habits, and habits create lasting change. When we consistently show up for ourselves, we develop the resilience and stamina needed to sustain our journey, ensuring that we are truly ready for what lies ahead. A significant part of preparation is developing the skills necessary to achieve our goals. Whatever your dreams may be, there are specific skills that will help you along the way, whether they're technical, emotional, or interpersonal. Preparation involves identifying these skills and working to improve them, strengthening our capacity to handle future opportunities. This may involve formal education, self-study, mentorship, or real-world experience, each contributing to our personal and professional growth. As we develop these skills, we build confidence in our ability to navigate the challenges that may come. With each new skill, we become better equipped to make the most of the opportunities that come our way, knowing that we have laid a solid foundation for success. In addition to practical skills, preparing yourself for the future requires cultivating the right mindset. The way we think has a profound impact on the way we experience life, and a positive, resilient mindset can make all the difference. A growth mindset, one that embraces learning, adapts to challenges, and sees setbacks as opportunities, is essential for long-term success. When we approach life with an open mind, we become more adaptable, more willing to learn, and more capable of handling whatever comes our way. Preparing for the future means building mental resilience, training ourselves to stay calm and focused even in the face of uncertainty. This mental strength becomes a valuable asset, allowing us to face challenges with grace and determination. Preparing for what's coming also involves emotional readiness. Achieving our dreams and embracing new opportunities often requires us to step out of our comfort zones, face fears, and confront inner barriers. Emotional readiness means cultivating self-awareness, understanding our own triggers, and learning how to manage our emotions effectively. It involves developing emotional resilience so that we can handle setbacks and disappointments without losing sight of our goals. This emotional preparation allows us to remain steady and focused, even when the journey becomes challenging. By preparing ourselves emotionally, we create a solid inner foundation, empowering ourselves to pursue our dreams with courage and conviction. As we prepare for what's coming, it's also essential to create an environment that supports our growth. Our surroundings have a significant impact on our mindset, motivation, and focus. Preparing yourself for the future may mean making changes in your physical environment, your social circle, or your daily habits. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support you, individuals who encourage you to strive for your best. Create a space that energizes you, whether it's a workspace that fosters productivity or a home environment that brings you peace. When our environment aligns with our goals, we're more likely to stay motivated and focused, allowing us to channel our energy into our preparation. Another key aspect of preparing for what's coming is embracing self-care. The journey toward our dreams can be demanding, and it's easy to neglect our own well-being in the pursuit of success. Self-care isn't just about relaxation, it's about nurturing your physical, mental, and emotional health so that you have the strength to pursue your goals. Exercise, rest, and nutrition are all essential components of self-care, providing the energy and focus needed for sustained effort. Mental and emotional self-care, such as mindfulness, meditation, or spending time in nature, can help reduce stress and maintain balance. By taking care of yourself, you ensure that you are in the best possible state to handle what's coming, equipped with the energy and resilience to face both challenges and opportunities. Preparation also involves setting boundaries and learning to prioritize. As we work toward our goals, it's easy to become overwhelmed by demands on our time and energy. Setting boundaries helps us to focus on what truly matters, ensuring that we're investing our time in activities that align with our vision. Learning to say no to distractions or obligations that don't serve our purpose is an important skill, one that allows us to maintain focus and stay committed to our path. Prioritizing our goals means recognizing that our time and energy are valuable resources, and that preparation requires us to invest these resources wisely. A powerful part of preparing yourself for the future is visualizing success. Visualization is a technique used by athletes, artists, and successful individuals across fields to mentally rehearse their goals and dreams. When we visualize ourselves achieving our goals, we create a mental image of success that can motivate and inspire us. This mental rehearsal helps to build confidence, reduce anxiety, and reinforce our commitment to our vision. By visualizing the future we desire, we train our minds to recognize opportunities and stay focused on our goals. This mental preparation creates a sense of readiness, enabling us to approach challenges with confidence and determination. Preparing for what's coming requires a deep sense of trust in the process. We may not always know exactly how or when our dreams will come to fruition, but preparation involves trusting that our efforts will eventually bear fruit. This trust allows us to stay committed, even when progress feels slow or setbacks arise. By focusing on what we can control, our actions, our mindset, and our preparation, we build a foundation of trust that sustains us through the ups and downs of the journey. This trust, combined with our preparation, creates a sense of peace, allowing us to move forward with faith that our efforts will lead us to where we're meant to be. Practicing patience in the present moment is a skill that can shape our lives in profound ways, grounding us amid the uncertainties and desires of life. Patience isn't merely waiting for things to happen, it is the art of finding contentment and calm in each moment, even when we desire progress, change, or answers. Practicing patience allows us to focus on what is within our control, fostering a peaceful mind and a resilient spirit. This commitment to patience connects us to our true power, helping us cultivate a steady mind, balanced emotions, and inner peace, qualities that serve as the bedrock for a meaningful and fulfilling life. At its essence, patience in the present moment begins with acceptance. Acceptance means acknowledging our current circumstances without resistance or frustration, understanding that every moment is a part of our journey, even if it doesn't appear as progress. When we resist our current circumstances, we create tension and struggle within ourselves, which distracts from our goals and personal growth. Accepting the present doesn't mean giving up on our dreams or settling for less, rather. It's a practice of embracing where we are right now, finding value in our experiences, and allowing the lessons of the present moment to unfold naturally. Acceptance opens the door to patience, helping us see that every phase of our journey holds unique lessons that prepare us for what's to come. Practicing patience in the present moment also means learning to let go of the need for control. We often feel impatient because we believe we can force life to move at our desired pace, expecting results or changes instantly. But true patience lies in recognizing that life follows its own rhythms, often beyond our immediate control. By letting go of our need to control outcomes, we cultivate a deep sense of inner freedom. This release allows us to move forward with faith, knowing that even though we may not see immediate results, our efforts and intentions are part of a greater flow. When we let go of control, we free ourselves from the pressures of timelines and expectations, creating a peaceful space for growth to take place naturally. One way to practice patience is through mindfulness, which brings our awareness into the present moment. By focusing on the here and now, we prevent our minds from wandering into past regrets or future anxieties. Mindfulness allows us to experience each moment fully, finding joy in the simple things we might otherwise overlook. In a state of mindfulness, we see that every moment holds potential for insight, growth, or peace. Patience becomes easier when we stop rushing toward an imagined future and instead immerse ourselves in what is happening now. Practicing mindfulness trains our minds to stay present, helping us appreciate the journey rather than fixate on the destination. Through mindfulness, we cultivate patience by learning to savor each moment as it is, finding beauty and meaning in the seemingly ordinary aspects of our lives. Another key to cultivating patience in the present moment is reframing our perspective on time. Our culture often emphasizes speed and productivity, creating a sense of urgency that makes patience seem counterproductive. But patience is not about wasting time, it's about using time wisely and with purpose. When we practice patience, we shift from a mindset of scarcity, believing there's never enough time, to one of abundance, understanding that time is a resource we can use thoughtfully. Rather than rushing through tasks or seeking immediate results, patience encourages us to focus on the quality of our efforts and the depth of our experiences. With this perspective, we see time not as an enemy to outrun, but as a companion on our journey, one that allows us to grow and evolve at our natural pace. Practicing patience also involves self-compassion. Often we become impatient with ourselves when we feel we're not making progress fast enough, or when we encounter setbacks. Self-compassion teaches us to be gentle with ourselves, recognizing that growth is not a linear process. By showing ourselves kindness and understanding, we create a safe space for learning and development, free from harsh self-criticism. Self-compassion allows us to approach our journey with empathy, understanding that mistakes and delays are natural parts of growth. When we treat ourselves with patience, we nurture a sense of inner strength and resilience, building the confidence to keep moving forward, even when the road gets tough. This practice of self-compassion reinforces our patience, helping us trust that we're exactly where we need to be. An essential component of patience in the present moment is gratitude. When we focus on what we lack or what we wish would happen, we overlook the blessings and opportunities already present in our lives. Gratitude shifts our attention away from longing and toward appreciation, helping us find fulfillment in what we have right now. By cultivating gratitude, we transform impatience into contentment, allowing ourselves to experience a sense of abundance regardless of external circumstances. This gratitude fosters patience by reminding us that every moment, even those filled with challenges, contributes to our growth. With a grateful heart, we learn to see each day as a gift, finding joy and peace in the simple act of being. Patience also teaches us resilience, the ability to persevere through difficult times without losing hope or giving up. When we practice patience, we strengthen our capacity to handle challenges with grace and courage. Patience in the face of adversity shows us that we are stronger than we may realize, capable of withstanding hardships and emerging even stronger. This resilience is not about suppressing our feelings or denying our struggles. It's about facing them with a calm and steady spirit, trusting that we have the inner resources to overcome any obstacle. Practicing patience builds resilience by helping us view setbacks as temporary and manageable, encouraging us to keep going even when the path forward isn't immediately clear. In the process of practicing patience, we also develop emotional intelligence, which enables us to navigate our feelings with awareness and balance. Impatience often arises from frustration, anxiety, or a sense of inadequacy. By practicing patience, we learn to observe these emotions without reacting to them impulsively. This emotional awareness allows us to make wiser decisions, responding to challenges calmly and thoughtfully. Patience teaches us to sit with our feelings, giving ourselves time to process them before taking action. This practice not only deepens our understanding of ourselves, but also strengthens our relationships, as we learn to respond to others with empathy and understanding rather than impatience or frustration. With patience, we cultivate emotional maturity, equipping ourselves to handle life's ups and downs with poise and composure. Another benefit of patience in the present moment is its impact on creativity and problem solving. When we rush to find solutions or force outcomes, we limit our thinking and overlook potential ideas. Patience creates a mental space where creativity can flourish, allowing us to approach challenges with a fresh perspective. By giving ourselves time to think, reflect, and explore, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and insights. This creative process can lead to innovative solutions or unexpected breakthroughs, which may not have emerged under pressure. Practicing patience fosters a mindset of curiosity and openness, encouraging us to explore multiple paths and consider a variety of options without the stress of immediate results. Patience also deepens our relationships with others. When we are patient with others, we allow them the time and space to express themselves fully, creating a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Impatience often leads to misunderstandings, as we may rush to conclusions or dismiss others' perspectives. By practicing patience, we develop the ability to listen deeply, to understand others' viewpoints, and to respond with empathy. This quality is invaluable in building meaningful connections, as it fosters an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. Patience strengthens our relationships by promoting compassion and understanding, allowing us to support each other's growth without judgment or pressure. Practicing patience in the present moment teaches us to live with intention. When we embrace patience, we make a conscious choice to focus on what truly matters, aligning our actions with our values and goals. Patience allows us to let go of the constant rush and instead live each day with purpose and mindfulness, fully engaging in the experiences and relationships that enrich our lives. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we discover a sense of fulfillment that transcends external achievements, finding peace and joy in simply being. Practicing patience enables us to create a life that is not only successful but also deeply meaningful, as we learn to appreciate the journey rather than fixate on the destination. Holding faith over doubt is a profound practice that empowers us to navigate the challenges of life with resilience, courage, and unwavering optimism. Faith isn't about denying reality or ignoring the difficulties that we face. It's about embracing a belief in something greater than what our current circumstances might reveal. Choosing faith over doubt requires us to see beyond the immediate and trust in a bigger picture, even when we cannot yet see how things will unfold. It's an internal conviction, a quiet but steady assurance that things will ultimately work out as they should, aligning with our intentions and higher purpose. In this way, faith becomes a guiding light, illuminating our path and helping us to stay focused on our goals and dreams, no matter how distant they may seem. At the core of holding faith over doubt is the recognition that life is a journey with highs, lows, and moments of uncertainty. During these times, it's natural to experience doubt, fear, or even despair. But faith invites us to view these challenges not as obstacles that define us, but as stepping stones that shape our character and prepare us for greater things. When we choose faith, we choose to believe that every experience, even the difficult ones, serves a purpose in our growth and evolution. This perspective empowers us to move forward with confidence, trusting that there is meaning and wisdom in each phase of our journey. Holding on to faith means affirming that life is inherently good, that we are capable of overcoming any adversity, and that our dreams are valid and achievable. One of the ways we can cultivate faith over doubt is by reflecting on past experiences where things worked out in ways we didn't expect. Often we look back and see that some of our greatest challenges or setbacks were actually blessings in disguise, leading us to growth, wisdom, or new opportunities. Remembering these moments can help us strengthen our faith, as it reminds us that life often has a way of orchestrating events for our highest good, even when we cannot immediately see it. By reflecting on our own resilience and the ways we've overcome past difficulties, we build a reservoir of strength that fuels our faith in the present. Each experience of perseverance reinforces the belief that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way, and that life will support us on our journey. Faith over doubt also requires us to practice patience, as faith doesn't always bring instant results or immediate answers. Often, the things we desire most require time, dedication, and a willingness to trust in the process. This patience allows us to release the need for immediate gratification and instead focus on nurturing our goals with steady commitment. Faith encourages us to plant seeds of intention, to water them with our actions, and to wait for them to bloom in their own time. By practicing patience, we develop the resilience to stay on our path, even when progress seems slow, trusting that each small step brings us closer to our destination. Patience transforms faith into a daily practice, a quiet assurance that keeps us moving forward with calm and clarity, even in times of uncertainty. Holding faith over doubt also means cultivating a positive inner dialogue. Our minds are often filled with conflicting thoughts, and it's easy to let doubt dominate if we allow it. Faith calls us to consciously choose thoughts that uplift, inspire, and empower us. This doesn't mean ignoring our fears, but rather acknowledging them while consciously affirming our belief in a positive outcome. Positive self-talk can include affirmations, visualizations, or reminders of our strengths and past successes. By choosing to focus on empowering thoughts, we create a mental environment that supports our goals and helps us stay focused on our vision. In moments of doubt, this positive dialogue becomes an anchor, reminding us of our worth, our capabilities, and the potential for good that lies ahead. In this way, faith becomes an inner dialogue, a daily practice of aligning our thoughts with our higher vision. Faith over doubt is also supported by surrounding ourselves with people who uplift and encourage us. The energy and beliefs of those around us can significantly impact our mindset and our ability to maintain faith in difficult times. Positive, supportive relationships can remind us of our potential, offer valuable perspectives, and provide encouragement when we need it most. Surrounding ourselves with people who believe in us and our dreams creates a network of support, helping us stay resilient in the face of challenges. These relationships serve as a mirror, reflecting back our strengths and reminding us of our purpose when doubt creeps in. By connecting with others who share our values and aspirations, we build a community of faith, where each person's strength reinforces our own, helping us hold on to our vision with confidence and hope. Another aspect of holding faith over doubt is the willingness to take action, even when the path is unclear. Faith is not passive. It requires us to show up for our goals, to put in the work, and to trust that our efforts will be rewarded in due time. Taking action, however small, reinforces our commitment to our dreams and sends a message to the universe that we are ready and willing to receive. This proactive approach strengthens our faith, as each step we take brings us closer to our vision. Even when we cannot see the entire path, taking one step at a time builds momentum and reinforces our belief in a positive outcome. Faith in action is a powerful force, one that allows us to transcend doubt and keep moving forward, knowing that every effort, no matter how small, is meaningful and contributes to our success. Faith over doubt also invites us to release the need for certainty. Life is full of unknowns, and often our doubts arise from a desire to know exactly how things will unfold. But true faith is about embracing the mystery, trusting that even without all the answers, we are exactly where we need to be. This surrender allows us to let go of control, to flow with life rather than resist it, and to find peace in the present moment. By releasing the need for certainty, we open ourselves up to possibilities beyond our expectations. This openness allows us to receive guidance, inspiration, and support from unexpected sources, reminding us that we are not alone on our journey. Faith then becomes a practice of trust, a willingness to let life unfold in its own way, with the understanding that each moment is part of a greater plan. In practicing faith over doubt, we also learn the value of gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, reminding us of the abundance that exists in our lives. By focusing on the blessings around us, we reinforce a mindset of positivity and attract more of what we desire. Gratitude fosters faith by reminding us of life's generosity, showing us that we are constantly supported and provided for. When we appreciate the present, we create a strong foundation of faith, trusting that the same abundance will continue to flow into our lives. Gratitude helps us see the beauty in each moment, and it strengthens our belief that life is inherently good, that we are worthy of our dreams, and that the universe is on our side. Faith over doubt also involves trusting in our own abilities and strengths. Doubt often arises when we question our capacity to achieve our goals or handle challenges. Faith, however, is an affirmation of our worth, our skills, and our resilience. It reminds us that we are equipped with everything we need to succeed, and that we are capable of rising to any occasion. By focusing on our strengths rather than our weaknesses, we empower ourselves to move forward with confidence and determination. This self-trust is the foundation of faith, as it reminds us that we have the inner resources to overcome any obstacle. When we believe in ourselves, we strengthen our resolve, making it easier to hold on to our vision and move through doubt with courage and clarity. Holding faith over doubt means embracing a spirit of hope. Hope is the fuel that keeps our dreams alive, the light that guides us through the darkness of uncertainty. It is a deep-seated belief that, no matter what happens, there is always a way forward, always a reason to keep going. Hope transforms faith into a living, breathing force that propels us toward our goals. With hope, we can face any challenge, knowing that our vision is worth pursuing and that the journey itself is filled with meaning. Holding on to hope allows us to transcend doubt and stay focused on the positive, believing that life is always working in our favor. Seeing the bigger picture is a powerful skill that enables us to navigate life with greater perspective and resilience. It means looking beyond the immediate circumstances and recognizing that every moment is part of a larger, interconnected journey. Life is not a series of isolated events, rather, it's a continuous unfolding of experiences that shape, challenge, and ultimately strengthen us. By keeping the bigger picture in mind, we cultivate the ability to see beyond temporary setbacks, realizing that each challenge is a piece of a greater puzzle. This perspective allows us to rise above short-term frustrations and maintain our focus on long-term goals, knowing that the path may have twists and turns, but it ultimately leads us toward growth, wisdom, and fulfillment. To see the bigger picture, we must first release the need to control every outcome. Life often unfolds in unexpected ways, and our efforts to micromanage can limit us from seeing opportunities that lie just outside of our immediate focus. By loosening our grip on specific results, we open ourselves to a broader vision of what's possible. This surrender doesn't mean we stop caring or trying, rather. It means trusting that life has a natural flow, one that is sometimes beyond our understanding yet ultimately serves our highest good. Embracing this broader vision invites us to approach each moment with curiosity and openness, allowing us to see even the smallest events as part of a larger story. Seeing the bigger picture also requires us to embrace patience. Often we're so focused on achieving our immediate goals that we overlook the value of the journey itself. But growth is not instant. It's a gradual process that requires time, persistence, and a willingness to adapt. Patience allows us to appreciate each step along the way, even if it doesn't bring instant results. When we cultivate patience, we begin to see that every experience, whether positive or challenging, is part of our personal evolution. This perspective allows us to approach life with a sense of calm and assurance, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Patience then becomes a bridge to the bigger picture, helping us to accept life's timing without resistance or frustration. The bigger picture also includes our relationships with others, as each person we encounter plays a role in our journey. By seeing life as a web of interconnected experiences, we recognize that our interactions with others contribute to our growth, just as much as our personal achievements. Relationships, whether harmonious or challenging, offer us insights into ourselves, allowing us to develop qualities such as compassion, understanding, and resilience. When we see others as fellow travelers on this journey, we're more inclined to treat them with kindness and respect, even in difficult situations. This broader perspective helps us to cultivate deeper connections and appreciate the role others play in our lives. By understanding that we're all part of a larger whole, we can approach relationships with empathy, knowing that each person's path is as valuable as our own. Another essential aspect of seeing the bigger picture is acknowledging the role of setbacks and challenges in our lives. Often we view obstacles as negative experiences that hinder our progress. However, From a broader perspective, these challenges are essential for our growth, providing us with opportunities to learn, adapt, and strengthen our resilience. By seeing setbacks as part of the bigger picture, we shift our mindset from one of frustration to one of empowerment. Each challenge becomes a chance to develop new skills, to test our limits, and to discover inner strengths we may not have known we possessed. This perspective allows us to approach difficulties with a sense of purpose, recognizing that even our struggles are guiding us toward a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Seeing the bigger picture also helps us prioritize what truly matters. In our fast-paced lives, it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of material success or superficial goals, losing sight of the values that bring us genuine fulfillment. By taking a step back and considering the bigger picture, we can identify what is most important to us, such as meaningful relationships, personal growth, and making a positive impact on others. This perspective allows us to align our actions with our core values, ensuring that our efforts are directed toward what truly enriches our lives. When we focus on what matters most, we find greater satisfaction and purpose, knowing that our choices are contributing to a life that is both fulfilling and authentic. Another way to see the bigger picture is by cultivating gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we already have, allowing us to appreciate the present moment and the journey we're on. When we practice gratitude, we're more likely to see the beauty and abundance in our lives, even during difficult times. This perspective helps us to recognize that each experience, whether joyful or challenging, is a gift that contributes to our growth and understanding. Gratitude reinforces our connection to the bigger picture, reminding us that life is filled with blessings and that each moment has value. By appreciating what we have now, we strengthen our ability to see life's richness, enabling us to approach the future with optimism and hope. Seeing the bigger picture also involves trusting that everything happens for a reason. This belief doesn't imply that life is always easy, or that we won't face hardships, rather. It suggests that there is meaning and purpose in each experience. When we trust that life has a plan, we're more likely to find peace in difficult situations, knowing that they too are part of our journey. This trust allows us to release our fears and worries, embracing each moment with acceptance and faith. By seeing the bigger picture, we recognize that life's challenges are not random, but are opportunities for growth and self-discovery. This perspective gives us the strength to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear, knowing that each step brings us closer to our purpose. A broader vision of life also includes an awareness of the impact we have on others and the world around us. Our actions, no matter how small, contribute to the collective experience of humanity. By seeing the bigger picture, we become more mindful of how we interact with others, understanding that our words and deeds can have a lasting impact. This awareness encourages us to act with integrity, kindness, and compassion, knowing that we are part of something greater than ourselves. When we consider the bigger picture, we are reminded that our lives have meaning beyond our individual goals and desires. This perspective inspires us to contribute positively to the world, creating a ripple effect of kindness and understanding that extends far beyond our immediate sphere of influence. Seeing the bigger picture also requires us to embrace change and adapt to new circumstances. Life is constantly evolving, and our ability to flow with these changes is essential for our growth. When we resist change, we limit ourselves to a narrow perspective, clinging to what is familiar rather than embracing new possibilities. By seeing the bigger picture, we understand that change is a natural part of life's journey, one that brings new experiences, insights, and opportunities. This perspective allows us to approach change with openness and curiosity, seeing it as a chance to expand our understanding and evolve. By embracing change, we align ourselves with life's natural rhythm, allowing us to move forward with grace and resilience. Seeing the bigger picture enables us to cultivate inner peace. When we focus solely on immediate challenges, we often feel overwhelmed, stressed, or anxious. However, by stepping back and considering the larger journey, we gain a sense of calm and perspective. This inner peace comes from knowing that life has a flow, that each moment is part of a greater purpose, and that we are exactly where we need to be. By embracing the bigger picture, we find solace in the knowledge that life is unfolding as it should, and we can trust in the journey. This peace allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of serenity, knowing that everything is connected and that each experience contributes to our growth and understanding. In the journey of life, trust that what you seek will come to you at the right time. Patience, faith, and a willingness to release control allow us to move gracefully with life's rhythm, rather than against it. Each desire, each struggle, each moment is shaping us, preparing us for what lies ahead. By nurturing our dreams and holding faith over doubt, we align ourselves with a greater plan that we may not fully see, but can always trust. Life's timing is not ours to dictate, but by embracing each step with open eyes and an open heart, we're preparing ourselves for the exact moment when our desires will manifest. Keep the vision, remain grounded in purpose, and let life's flow guide you. Know that everything will come, and it will be right, not a moment too early or too late.